So in 13 years of running Visual Capitalist, we realized that we weren't the only ones. And I don't know if it's because we started a movement or if because we were just part of it early, but we saw tons of amazing creators doing great work in the field of data storytelling. And Voronoi is basically like, it's taking what we do at Visual Capitalist, but it's multiplying by hopefully 1,000 or 10,000 or maybe even 100,000 different creators creating amazing content in every single little niche, whether it's the economics of a small country or sports analytics or politics and polling that's happening. There's just so much great content out there in the data storytelling realm that there needs to be one place where it should all live. Voronoi, in its very first phase, I think can be best described as a Instagram or a Pinterest for data. So if you think of those platforms, you think of they're visually engaging platforms and they have content on them that really catches your eye and gets you excited about what you see. The difference being that everything on Voronoi is, of course, a data visualization or some form of data storytelling. So that's charts or infographics or eventually motion graphic videos we'll have on there and all these different forms of data storytelling. And it's a way of organizing this data that is both trustworthy and catches your attention at the same time and gets people able to discover and explore new things through the data. So someone else has put it as it's the Pinterest for nerds or something like that, right? Which I think is also a fair way to describe it. But to be clear, though, I mean, this is kind of its first stage and where we're at right now, and this is what's bringing users on right now. But the long-term vision is a little bit different for it, which is that, yes, it's going to continue to be a place where you can discover new data and get excited about, the trends that are happening in the world and to see and learn new things. But in the long run, it's going to be a place where everybody wants to release their data, where we are partnering with the data sources themselves to put all of this stuff in one place, into one trusted platform that can create this ground level, this foundational data layer to society where everyone can look at the data on Voronoi, know that it's trustworthy, and use that and leverage that to do different things. So Voronoi is a platform, which means that it has a supply side and a demand side. So to really be successful, we need both of these things to be happening at the same time. And so when I talk about those two sides, I'm talking about the supply side being the creators themselves, the data creators that are creating and publishing different visualizations on Voronoi. And when I talk about the demand side, I'm talking about the users that are experiencing those visualizations. And so how many people are actually coming onto the platform overall? We look at this through monthly active users. Overall, this is growing at about 26% per month since we launched the MVP of the platform. The one that's kind of a little bit more interesting, though, is daily users, so people that have come on in the last day. And this is recently spiking big time, which is really exciting for me and exciting for the team, because it means that people are coming back to the platform on a daily basis. And so if you look at it over time, this grows an average of just over 20%. But in the last few months, it's really picked up. And to me, that's what it takes to build a good product, right? Is you have to have people coming back day after day to go and experience it and to want to get on there, and they feel like they're missing something if they don't go on there each day. And so that's really the metric that we're watching right now, and one that's doing really well. In terms of the amount of creators we have right now, we have about 120, and that's growing every month as well. We're adding lots of new creators across a whole bunch of different niches, and it's getting really exciting in terms of what's being covered on the platform. In terms of visualizations on the platform, right now we have about 4,000, and every month that grows just under 10%. So it's around 400, 500 visualizations added per month. A couple of other things that I think that show that users are really liking the platform right now. One is that the average engagement time per user is something like 37 minutes. So it's not like people log on there and just like check it out briefly and then leave. People are spending a lot of time on this. And right now we already have like 150,000 users. So it's a lot of people spending time on the platform. The other thing that I think is really telling is if you look at the star ratings on the different mobile operating systems, I think right now we're at 4.5 stars or 4.4 stars on Apple and Google Play. And I think that just shows that even though this is the MVP, this is the earliest possible version, and there's much more that we're building to make this even better, that people already like the experience that they get on Voronoi. To build a large-scale platform from scratch, especially nowadays, now that many of the growth tactics of yesteryear are gone, it takes a whole village to raise a child, basically. We need help from every angle to help make this happen, whether it's bringing on amazing creators on board, whether it's as a user and being able to engage with some of the great work on the platform, or whether it's being able to support us in other ways, whether it's referencing someone that wants to help be a part of what we're doing, either from an employee side or from a financing side of things. Really, we need as much help as we can from our community and from the connections that we've built over time in data storytelling and through Visual Capitalist to help make this a reality. So if you're someone that looks at this and you're like, wow, this is a really cool mission, I would love to create a platform where there's trusted data and I can go and discover it and it covers every single niche and it's personalized to me. If you think that that's cool and you have a way of helping us, then I think that's fantastic, and get involved. Give us a shout. Let us know where you think you can get involved, and we're ready to listen.